Welcome to Know Your Universe, a series right here at Comicstorian where we just like to fill you in on the universe that you enjoy the most, DC or Marvel or something else. The entire purpose of this series is to just fill you in on characters that you may love, but you don't know anything about. So today, since Black Cat is in the new DLC for the Spider-Man video game, which is one of my favorite portrayals of that character, we're going to give you a little more information on the history of Black Cat. Created by Marv Wolfman and Dave Cockrum, Felicia Hardy first appeared in 1979 in Amazing Spider-Man 194. Originally developed as a villain for the Spider-Woman comic, she instead got repurposed for Amazing Spider-Man after Marv Wolfman took over writing duties on the book. Over her long history in the comics, she's been Spider-Man's friend, love interest, villain, and back again several different times. Like, a lot, seriously. Born in Queens, Felicia is the daughter of professional thief Walter Hardy, who instilled in his daughter a drive to never settle for anything in life, but instead take what she wants. Felicia was not born with superpowers, but instead used her natural abilities and training to become an accomplished burglar. She was driven to become the Black Cat after she was sexually assaulted as a freshman while attending Empire State University. Vowing to never be a victim again, she began to train in martial arts and acrobatics. She prepared for months to murder her attacker in revenge, but was robbed of her chance when he was killed in a drunk driving accident. With her chance for vengeance taken from her, the next logical step is for her to use her skills to follow in the footsteps of her father, to become a thief. With her natural abilities and her new skill set, Felicia quickly became a master thief. This being a comic, however, she quickly adopted a new persona to break her father out of prison and developed her Black Cat suit. It was on this first night as her alter ego that she met Spider-Man. She immediately fell for the wall crawler and began to find ways to get close to him, using her costumed persona to become sort of a love-stricken criminal stalker. Eventually, she was captured and sent to prison. Faking mental illness, she was placed in a less secure facility, which is very easy for someone with her skills to escape from. Once she did escape, she convinced Spider-Man that she wanted to go straight, but this was just a ploy to hide her plans for one more big score. When Spider-Man found out, he tried once again to capture her, but she flung herself off of a rooftop to escape, apparently falling to her death. This, once again being comics, of course she didn't die, and she resurfaced later to capture Spider-Man's attention once again. To prove that she had turned over a new leaf, this time for real, honest to God, cross your fingers, Felicia used her thieving skills to save New York by stealing a powerful detonator before the Owl and Dr. Octopus could use it to destroy the city. Supervillains aren't the most forgiving sort, however, and Doc Ock set out to kill her. After saving her, Spider-Man realized how much he cared for her, and they would actually begin a relationship. Things would get a little awkward later, though, because after revealing his identity to her, Felicia had no interest in Peter Parker. Black Cat loved Spider-Man and couldn't figure out why he would even need a secret identity in the first place. Despite these quite obvious mental red flags, the two continued their relationship. Black Cat would gain superpowers around the time of the first Secret Wars, when she was tricked by Kingpin into undergoing an experiment. Originally, she was given the power of luck, somewhat like the mutant Domino. Unlike Domino, however, Felicia's powers did not give her good luck, but instead they gave her enemies bad luck. This bad luck rubbed off onto Spider-Man, which was the Kingpin's plan. So now your girlfriend doesn't like you without your mask on and she gives you bad luck. I've broken up with girls for far less than that. That's all I'm saying. Felicia would then gain new powers when Spider-Man figured out the problem and worked with Doctor Strange to remove the aura of bad luck. Doing this altered Black Cat's powers to give her super strength, agility, balance, how is that a power? Vision, and retractable claws, because honestly, that doesn't make any sense to me. But I guess magic is a pretty easy way to explain how your characters just get brand new powers like retractable claws. After that, Felicia became more of a stable girlfriend for Peter for a little while. But, well, she kind of flip-flops a lot, so I'm just going to run through this a little bit quicker. So here we go. Okay, Black Cat is a good guy and helps Spider-Man clear his name of murder when he is framed by a mercenary named the Foreigner. Then Black Cat is a bad guy and actually working with the Foreigner to ruin Peter's life because he broke up with her when she had her bad luck powers. Ha! Okay. Black Cat then turns good again, stopping the Foreigner, and decides to leave for Europe. She then returns and is shocked that Peter would actually move on and is dating Mary Jane Watson. Oh no! And decides to try and ruin their life. Once again, she goes goodish when she helps Peter regain his powers after he lost them, and in the process, she loses hers. Felicia then decides to open up a detective agency and security consulting firm, running into problems when the people that she stole from didn't want to hire her because of a lack of trust. Shocking, I know! Hey, I stole your priceless artifact, can I now protect it? it, working alongside Wolverine to survive on a deserted island. When they get kidnapped, I assume because they both had claws, it made sense to an editor somewhere in Marvel. Felicia then worked alongside Misty Knight and the New Heroes for Hire. She then started another relationship with Peter, but they decided to keep it casual this time and never take their masks off. Kinky and probably a little unhealthy. Good lord, that was a lot. And I assume this all took place over a couple of weeks based on the level of crazy that Felicia seems to be. Black Cat would return to being goodish, but would then change when she ran into Superior Spider-Man, who was actually Dr. Octopus's brain inside of Spider-Man's body. Total different storyline. But since it was Dr. Octopus, instead of flirting with her, he beat her up and sent her to jail. Rightfully pissed off, she escaped from prison and set out to become the crime boss of New York, not happy with just being a thief anymore. Over the next several years, her criminal empire would rise and become one of the most powerful in New York, which she would then use to make Peter's life hell because crazy ex-girlfriend. Along the way, she would then ally and fight against several other supervillains, such as Tombstone, Diamondback, and despite being a criminal, still works with the likes of Daredevil and the Defenders. Her empire would eventually fall when she went to war with former Venom host Lee Price, having to work with Venom and Spider-Man to defeat him. In the aftermath, Felicia found her empire gone, but she was lost as to what to do next. It was Venom's suggestion to just return to life as a vigilante, which she'll probably do at least for a little while, let's be honest. Black Cat is crazy. So if you guys like this kind of content where we just tell you what's going on, let me know in the comments down below. Give this video a like, share it with your friends, and if you want more information on stuff that's happening in the video games, the TV shows, the movies, the comic books, and how these things all relate together, then go ahead and give us a subscription because we really do appreciate that. And I want to thank each and every one of you who actually subscribe to our channel. Thank you.